What's going on, YouTube? It's your girl Vanity V. Hope you guys are doing well. So we're gonna discuss Tamar, okay? And excuse me, I had a little cocktail, so I'm feeling nice. So I was like, feeling a little froggy. I'm about to get on here and talk to the people about Tamar, okay? I feel qualified to talk about Tamar because I have been following Tamar's career for over a decade since she was on the Braxtons. And we have to come to terms at some point with the fact that Tamar's you, okay? Now, no one person is all bad. No one person is all good. You know what I'm saying? We all have things about ourselves. We make mistakes, whatever. But you know how the saying goes. It can't be everybody else. You're always in some mess. You're always stirring up trouble. You're always the antagonist. It's gotta be you. It cannot be everyone else. So if you guys will enlighten me for a moment, let's go down the timeline of all of the things. And these are just things that I can think of where Tamar has been out of her mind, antagonizing, starting trouble, in some mess, arguing, fussing, fighting. And we're not just talking about in the blogs, y'all. We are talking about is in addition to that with her sisters. I mean, we cannot forget the fact that, you know, Tamar obviously is very talented. She has a beautiful voice. You know, she can dance, all of those things. You know, she's had her own solo career. She's been backup for Tony, all of the things, right? So, you know, she's been in the public eye since she was a young teenager. But let's just fast forward to the Braxtons, okay? I believe the Braxtons, the show began in 2010, 2011. And that is when, you know, Tamar's personality was showcased. I'm going to give Tamar one thing. She's hilarious. She makes me laugh. She tickles me. I get a kiki from her, all of the things, right? But we saw there in the midst of that, a young woman at the time who was the youngest of the six of the, you know, it's 5 women. God rest Tracy. So she's passed now. They have a brother. It's 6 of them. She's the youngest out of the group. And just someone who was always fighting for attention, fussing with her family, always in the mix, always starting trouble, you know, but then playing victim because we know Tamar plays victim. And this pains me to do this video because it probably sounds like I don't like Tamar, but I really do. I really love Tamar, but I just want Tamar to sit down somewhere and focus on giving us the beautiful vocals that we want. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we really want. We love her because she's funny. When she's in that Tamar thing, when she's being funny, we want that and we want the music. Anyway, we saw her get into it with every single one of her sisters. Outside of, I would say her and Tony usually got along. But we saw the dynamic with Tracy. We saw her mom threaten to slap her. We just saw her fussing with everybody in her family. Then we saw all of the tumultuous dynamic with her and Vince. And again, I'm not saying Vince is perfect. Sorry, I had to add the T at the end of that. I'm not saying Vince is perfect, you guys, but I am saying that we saw her antagonize him. We saw her. It was a mess with her and Vince. You know what I mean? And then she got with the dude with the dreads. I don't know what's his name. D'Angelo. I don't remember that man's name. But then we saw all the mess, the fallout with that. That was all in the tabloids. We got audio recording of them yelling at her. You know, I think there might have been some alleged domestic abuse there. Then we saw, she was on Dancing with the Stars. You know what I'm saying? We saw her in the hospital. And that, I'm not saying health issues is her problem or her fault, but I'm just saying it's always something. Passing out, these alleged health issues from her on Big Brother. We saw her show her whole ass on Big Brother. We saw her, she ended up winning Celebrity Big Brother, but she acted a fool, argued with everybody, like typical Tamar. You know what I'm saying? Like just literally typical. Then, I mean, the list just goes on and on. We have, her and Candy have this really weird relationship where it seemed like when they were in the Big Brother house, they repaired their relationship. Candy voted for her to win at the end. I thought that was noble and beautiful and great. But then, you know, she, like, Tamar always inserts herself. We know, you know, I like Carlos, but Carlos has this thing with Candy that none of us quite understand. We know her side. He never has said his side, but then she inserted herself in that. And then it's like her and Candy are beefing. And then she's saying that Todd has allegedly threatened to put his hands on her. And then, I mean, then we got the Krishan stuff. And then we got the, now, you know what I'm saying? With this Caucasian man that she's allowed to make a whole entire fool of her. And I try not to be judgy when it comes to relationships, but what I'm not going to ever do, I don't care how much I love you, my pride is never going to allow me to let someone make a fool out of me in front of the world. This man was messing with Tommy, telling Tommy her business. She got back with him. And then now, y'all, and then Bwind, the beef with K. Michelle. Remember, they was beefing for years. And then now you got an issue with Jessie Woo. You beefing with her. You're on Dish Nation with her. But now, you know, allegedly, I guess Jessie Woo's friend was trying to get at, what is the white man's name? I don't know that man's name. Edwin, whatever his name is. Jessie Woo was trying to get, his friend was trying to get with that man. And now you threaten to put the pause on Jessie. I'm saying, you guys, when is enough enough? Like, when is it time for you to reflect on your life, right? Because again, I'm not perfect. You know, I used to be a little firecracker when I was younger. I like to think that I'm reformed and I'm quite the elegance now. But I'm saying, like, I've had my time or 2 or 6 where I've been in altercations with people way back in the way back. You know, it happens. Things happen. You get into it with people. You know, sometimes things happen, right? However, when do you look at yourself and do self-reflection and say, you know what? It's me. It's me. When does that happen? I have never, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, Tamartians, I don't know if you'll see this video. Tell me if I'm wrong. Has there ever been a time where Tamar was like, I was wrong. I was dead wrong for that and I need to do better? Has she ever done that? Has she ever done that and then put corrective action into making changes in her life? I mean, one has to come to the conclusion that she likes this attention. You know what I'm saying? Now, as it pertains to Krishan, you know, stealing on the gentleman, the really nice gentleman, Patty Pie guy, I'm not necessarily saying that's her fault, but then why did you invite Krishan to anything? There's no amount of money that you couldn't pay me maybe $10 million. I mean, I'm not going to start capping, but you get the point. If this is an important event for me, a concert, and then you got the Toni Braxton, who is one of my absolute favorite singers ever, top 5. You got your sister there. Why are you inviting Krishan? You know this lady acts a fool everywhere she goes. Why are you inviting her? So it's like you didn't ask her to steal on the gentleman, but you invited her. Why did you do that? Because you want clout. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tamar, Krishan's like the it girl. I don't know why. Well, I know why, but I'm grown, so she doesn't appeal to me. And you wanted like a little taste of that. So you invited her, and then you put Toni at risk and had Toni looking away because Toni will hold the little heifer's hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be a point where you got to just start looking at yourself and saying that I need to make a change. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am not in a good space. I think that she needs therapy, which is fine. We all need therapy. But I'm just saying, like, Tamar, you got to do better. It's funny because I watched the podcast, the YouTube podcast with DJ Richie Sky and Carlos King that dropped today, where DJ Richie Sky, he seems very sweet. he mentioned his ultimate cast. He would love Tamar to be on Atlanta Housewives. And I was like, At first I was like, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like in my mind, I'm like, no. Because I just feel like I don't know if she fits in with the group. But then I started to think it might be good for her. Possibly. Before that happens, though, I want to see Tamar just take a little bit of accountability and make some changes. Do I think it could be potentially good to see her and Candy? Because I feel like DJ Richie Sky said, it would be a ping pong of them making up, breaking up, making up, all of that. I do think that will happen because I actually think that they both care about each other in some weird, morbid way. But I don't want to see Tamar, if she went on the show, this is unlikely, but let's just say she did. Tamar be acting a fool. And like, I'll be honest, her and Kenya, that would be quite the match because Tamar is just loud. Kenya has all the reads for the reads, and that would be interesting to see. I think those two would be the ones to get into it because neither one of them back down. It would be like the Titans, the Battle of the Titans. But anyway, I just wanted to mention that because I thought it was interesting because DJ Richie Sky said that he would like to see her on there. My point in this video in closing is that Tamar, you're the problem. It's true. And I'm no psychologist or psychiatrist. I don't diagnose people, but I do know human behavior. And I do know, I have followed you long enough to know that Tamar, it's not everybody else, it's you. I don't know. So you guys, anyway, let me know your thoughts. Just was thinking about that this evening with all this Jessie Woo stuff going on. You know, regardless of the situation with Jessie Woo, child, it's just, you cannot be the, common denominator in 11 incidences and then not take some type of internal look at yourself like, damn, I really be acting a fool. So you guys like, subscribe, share. Let me know your thoughts about this, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.